Well, Jeanne, I want to thank you. On behalf of the McMichael, we are thrilled that you're here. I mean,
I was so thrilled to be asked. I mean, I've got such a reverence for that place. I mean, for years, like just going out to Kleinberg and just delighting in the strength of your permanent collection, and even just more recently having gone out to see that delicious, delightful Marilyn Monroe exhibition. I mean, it was fabulous. I love your gallery. I think it's really a real treasure in our midst.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. And, you know, often you hear these wonderful statements from, I mean, you're an icon in your own right. And to hear it here at Fashion Week, it's wonderful to have that feedback. Now, today we're going to be celebrating a group of 7 designers. And you probably know each one of them, and you know them well. So you must be excited.
Well, yeah, it's great. I mean, Robin and I sort of got our heads together and, decided who, might be worthy of that honor and of that list. And we were thrilled with the response of some of the designers that, stepped up to the plate to support the gallery. It's wonderful. I mean, I always have enjoyed and appreciated the synergy between the art world and the fashion world. But it really is one that seems to be escalating. And it's very exciting because people are finally really looking at fashion as art. I mean, for years it was considered an applied art, but there's so much happening in the world of fashion now that it truly is artistic and truly is brilliantly creative, and it's wonderful to see these two worlds coming together. And art so inspires and influences fashion designers, and it's really great to celebrate them both in this way.
Well, it was interesting, at one of our earlier meetings, Robin made this point that it's time for fashion to be recognized as art, and McMichael just took the lead on it.
Well, I mean, the Metropolitan Museum of Art and all the incredible stuff that,
the
Harold
one that's
Koda,
south of us.
Yeah, that Harold Koda's been doing, in the past few years there has always been just so inspiring and so groundbreaking, and, they really blazed a lot of trails in that way. And I'm surprised that more galleries here in Canada and more museums haven't really embraced fashion, because it really brings people together. I mean, that's what I love about fashion. And besides the artistry and the creativity of the scene, it's the way it's a language that everyone can speak now. I mean, and it's been so democratized. It's not just for the snooty few with the big bucks to spend. I mean, fashion is for everyone. It's a self-expression, and isn't that what art is really all about too?
Yeah. So when you're at this Fashion Week, I'm curious, what are you looking at this particular Fashion Week? What's caught your eye, and what excites you this year?
Well, I mean, I just love to see Canadian fashion being celebrated in this way. I've been a great ambassador, I suppose, for the Canadian fashion scene, and wear Canadian fashion almost exclusively. And I think that we're at a very interesting time in the life of the Canadian fashion landscape, where it's finally, feeling good about itself, and it really is at a level now that it can compete on a global scale. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have the power sometimes, because that depends on finances, to really put ourselves out there the way our friends south of the border do, or the way other American European designers do, and that's sort of a sad. It's really a little problematic for our designers. But there's so much talent in this country.
It's just like the other arts. Like, we have great writers, the Atwoods, whatever.
Yeah, or you think what the film scene has gone through. And sometimes I think it's almost it's such a vital part of pop culture that I hate to have to see the government legislate a certain amount of CanCon when it comes to fashion. But maybe why not? Why
30%.
I like, really, it certainly helped our music scene.
It helped it tremendously. I don't know if we'd be advocating for that or not, but at the McMichael, everything's Canadian anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We don't have that. So. We don't have that problem. Happily so, exactly. But we are going to have you as our MC in June at Fashion is Art Exposed, and maybe you'll tell everyone something of your views of fashion and art. I'm hoping that you'll talk about it then.
Yeah, absolutely, I'm sure, and certainly happy to talk about it to anyone who wants to listen and share ideas, and it's a great exchange. It's a great platform for exchange too, because it's the one truly creative thing that everybody has to do every day. I mean, everyone's got to open their closet and decide how they're going to present themselves to the world, you know, and what they're going to say about themselves.
I have to ask you because I need the advice. If there's one thing that I should have in my closet, what is it?
Oh, I don't know. In your closet, I like, you know, I mean, I like to think on a more philosophical level. I think you've just got to have a good frame of mind. You know, you've got to have a lot of optimism. You've got to have a lot of confidence in order to really strut it. You know, if you're talking about things, I don't know if it's all about one thing anymore. But you know, maybe one basic little black dress that you can dress up or down according to your
so that's
needs.
the deal. Thank you so much,
Okay,
and congratulations.
thanks, Diane. Thank you. Okay.